Anambra state politics just got hotter. Former Senator and APC deputy governorship candidate Uche Ekwunife has locked horns in a fierce war of words with Governor Chukwuma Soludo and his wife Nonye, the first lady of the state. The exchanges have been anything but polite. Both women have dug deep, and at this rate, they might just strike oil. With the state elections fast approaching, the political atmosphere is charged like never before. And for the first time in months, Governor Soludo might just pause his favorite pastime, throwing jabs at Peter Obi to face the fire brewing right in his own backyard. So forget Peter Obi for a moment. Governor Soludo has a new political stamp right at home, and it's called Uche Ekwunife. Welcome back to Political Arena, your one-stop channel for in-depth political analysis. So let's dive deeper. The political temperature in Anambra is fast rising. With the November 8th governorship election looming, a new and very public feud has erupted between APC's deputy gubernatorial candidate, former Senator Uche Ekwunife, and Governor Chukwuma Soludo, with Mrs. Nonye Soludo now dragged into the center of the storm. The exchanges have moved from policy and campaign rhetoric to personal allegations, challenges, and threats of legal action. The kind of drama that changes campaign rhythms and forces politicians to fight on unfamiliar fronts. The big question: how did the Soludos and Ekwunife get to this point? In a fiery campaign speech, Anambra State Governor Soludo launched sharp attacks on APC governorship candidate Nicholas Okachukwu and his running mate. Soludo described Okachukwu as a land grabber, mocking that if he loses the election, he would have to fall back on sand mining or even driving a tipper truck, thanks to the roads Soludo's administration has built. Turning to Ekwunife, Soludo questioned the legitimacy of her academic credentials.
Yes, now, because also now tipper get smoothly. Now, I get deputy Ivaya. No. Me put open Nukudata. Why, just one belly. Emma, INEC will call me in a field the form. I say, if you all your qualifications. I say, if that form, if you Luciana, you go to court and swear that if you need the labor with the truth, nothing but the truth. As you say, get qualifications in where? Onye nke there, nyanwe senior secondary certificate, no problem. Ozozi, nyanwe PhD. Because senior secondary certificate, inwero diploma, inwero degree, inwero masters. I will PhD. I will just here. Oh well, of one year, you chapter kedebe PhD ad. Alo man. Well, bolo parole alo. Or well, bolo fake PhD. Fake from a fake institution. Ekurano over $60. Over if I could never doka. So on your cholo there, abia. Mande anana the vulcanizer on nature. What you want to run over there? That university has no accreditation in the US, is not recognized by the National University Commission. In another parade, but you have a PhD. Fake. Okay, I just the senior secondary certificate. No, if you will, also, I am at least affidavit. Now that is, you have said the truth, nothing but the truth. You must say a senior secondary certificate. The next certificate you give PhD, and a grego. Nkebezioku, till after November 8th. I to say no kit, Makafana confused woman guy. I had to run the fake certificate. After the kit, the next group of one day fake certificate. Because it confuses the children. It confuses the young ones. That you should sit down, each other in not one. You are complete, you should have self-confidence in yourself. Obruno first school living certificate, KG. They're proud. Obruno senior secondary certificate, KG, making it. They're proud. But don't go and use this in Kaifa. Just with the one fake Kifa. What are you telling the children? What are you telling the children? That you can get fake Kifa as a doctor. You try to go PhD, you go and sit down.
As expected, Ekwunife dismissed allegations about her PhD as baseless propaganda, but also mocked Soludo's own professorship and went personal, branding him a smelling professor. She cited the deaths of 2 State House of Assembly members under what she described as questionable circumstances. She accused Soludo of failing to investigate or provide leadership. Ekwunife went further to accuse Soludo of chauvinism, pointing to his earlier claim that a married woman cannot be governor. She countered that the governor's own daughter, now married in Anambra, would fall victim to the same logic. Ekwunife alleged that Governor Soludo and his wife had been part of the administration of former Governor Mbadinuju.
Professor, Senator Anambra State, we are practicing constitutional democracy in Nigeria. All political parties must know their candidates. Soludo is over governor twice in Dacha before we are not imposed on the people of Anambra State in the governor. For the past 3 years, the governor Anambra Safu food in a state. Safu, Song, Soludo, under your watch, 2 young state assembly members died under questionable circumstances. Onyebufa, he chopped Onyebufa as chief executive officer of the state, and many others. He got nothing in the Anambra State. Ozunde Madeju. Anambra State now Thursday. The Marana Tumo. The Benina Malala. Keep the Anambra Kita. Umurunyana Funyana now. So a vaccine my government. You can't reinforce failure, and you know that. You know you have failed. You have failed woefully. Then I come after. Isi, my certificate, my PhD will fake. Go to court. You want PhD, the Nonye Soludo fake certificate. If you let November 8th, you can join the court together. If you let it's super na memory masters. You can join my music. Ghana did this so. Why music is ever? You can join my masters. The University of Calabar, they never know my first degree. How to tell you? They don't know. You go there with my brother. Keep in the chat. Go and ask. I'm not a professor Kevin Duche. I keep up August in Nihan upon a professor of award gained by department. Neighboring because I never professor, because I never just award the department in the natural ways. Soludo, what that award in all the basis? The decisive governor in the whole Africa. When you see Messi and Peter Messi, Jacob you go to over the deodorant, in it, you see a Italian and Abu. Keep it and work in the in the corner. All those signals now is so stinking and embarrassing for a government. Soludo, I'm not saying people. Hakumaka, I think you're maybe a candidate of a party governorship, they're not attack a deputy governorship candidate of another party. Stop attacking me, no more referendum. Listen, one, I'm a governor. Why do I know the Anambra? So you have cancelled her out, assuming she has political ambition tomorrow. You have cancelled. You don't know the implication of that statement that you made. But let me tell you something, Soludo. If I can be where I am today without 1% support from you, I can be president without you. You are not God and you can't be my God. You are too small to determine my future. I am where I am today based on hard work, God's grace, and perseverance. And 1 million of Soludos can never stop me. And you know that, you know me now. And that is why you're attacking me per second. Let me tell you, just stay energy. One day I will meet you in the field. Nobody let us start packing your things. As far as I'm concerned, very soon I'll be the former governor of Anambra State. But when I say now every day, oh, Mr. President, progressives are working together. In 2023, Tinubu borrow your friend. Did you suspend your friendship with Tinubu in 2023? In 2020, expiration. Let me tell you, Soludo, be very careful how you talk about me. If you may go like achieve as a woman, 1 million African, forget me with governor, maybe a very timid person, very envious of people, very jealous, very cantankerous, a sadist. You're never happy with yourself. I don't know what your problems are, but I believe I'm not one of your problems. Your problem must be tampered because you're not behaving like a normal human being. You're behaving like a sadist. That's what you are. So leave me out of your problem because I'm not one of them. We are just contesting an election. We are not at war. We're contesting an election because we are practicing democracy. All parties must have candidates, and you must accept the fact that you must have opponents. Even if I'm not into this, another person will be. But I know you're attacking me because you know what it means. Whoever that carries the bomb is the person that gets that bomb. But I can be able governor, can be any strength with able governor. I've never been governor before, but going by what I've achieved as an individual, Soludo can be governor. I can work a man. I can't be too much. My governor, my fake professorship,
The drama then took another twist when Governor Soludo's wife, Nonye, stepped in. Her exact words, "My attention has been drawn to a post going round that Mrs. Soludo replied Ekwunife. Not at all. I am too busy with my children as schools resume. Besides, I can't condescend to replying to inanities and fabrications. I cannot dignify Ekwunife's fabrications with a response. For the record, I never met Mbadinuju of blessed memory. Never. As for the other fabrications, pitiable and laughable." 13th September, Mrs. Nonye Soludo took it up a notch higher, demanding an apology from Senator Ekwunife over what she called malicious and fabricated allegations against her family. In a statement, she demanded a retraction, a public apology within 72 hours, or face legal actions. Dr. Soludo also issued a dramatic challenge, urging Ekwunife to take a public oath and submit both families to DNA tests to prove her claims. In a counter statement, Uche Ekwunife downplayed the First Lady's challenge, describing her earlier comments as mere friendly advice. She said Nonye Soludo owes no explanations to her, but rather to her husband, if there are any family concerns. Ekwunife stressed that DNA tests or personal challenges do not concern her, since she is not part of the Soludo family. She concluded by reaffirming her commitment to contributing positively to Anambra's development and to rescue the state from what she called a misrule. Well, the drama is far from over. Back to the business right in front of us. This feud does not happen in a vacuum. Security in Anambra is a major concern ahead of November 8 election. A recent pre-election security risk assessment flagged a large number of local government areas as high or severe risk for violence in the run-up to the poll. Election observers in local outlets have also highlighted incidents of political violence, kidnappings, and targeted killings in recent weeks, raising fears about voter safety, campaign rallies, and the ability to deploy electoral materials smoothly. In short, a bitter political fight between major actors is unfolding while parts of the state remain volatile. For Ekwunife and the APC, the confrontation may be a tactic to puncture Soludo's image and to energize a voter base tired of the incumbent narrative. For Soludo and his camp, a forceful public rebuttal, especially from the First Lady, aims to move the debate away from policy doubts and onto credibility, forcing Ekwunife to prove the claims or be seen as crossing the line. Either way, this feud can reframe local media agendas and change debate dynamics in the build-up to the election. Anambra's November 8 election was always going to be tightly contested. The Ekwunife Soludo-Nonye Soludo confrontation has poured fuel on an already charged political atmosphere. For voters, campaigners, and observers, the key question is simple: will this feud become a distraction that eats into democratic debate, or will the parties step back, reframe the contest around issues, and ensure campaigning happens without provoking violence? We will stay on this story. Follow Political Arena for real-time updates, verified documents, and analysis that keeps both the politics and the public interest in plain sight. Do well to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. See you on the next one.